There's a subtle way women communicate that most men completely overlook: the language of touch. It isn't spoken in words, nor is it something consciously planned, yet it carries volumes about what she truly feels, about trust, comfort, and emotional connection. Understanding this silent dialogue can change the way you perceive attraction, intimacy, and human interaction. Every woman's body is, in a sense, an open book, but one written in invisible signals. From the way she responds to a light touch on the arm to the way she allows someone near her neck or hair, each gesture reflects a level of comfort, trust, and emotional openness. The key is knowing how to read these cues without misinterpreting them. This isn't about manipulation, clever tactics, or pickup tricks. It's about awareness, observation, and respect. Touch is chemical, neurological, and instinctive. Our brains process it in ways words cannot fully capture. A simple, careful gesture can signal safety, sincerity, and even attraction long before a word is spoken. In this guide, we will explore the zones of a woman's body that reveal her level of trust and intimacy step by step. You'll learn which touches are neutral, which indicate deeper connection, and which reflect genuine emotional surrender. By understanding these signals, you can interpret female cues accurately, respond with respect, and create authentic connections that go far beyond surface-level interactions. Every woman's body can be thought of as a map of trust and emotional openness. Each area or zone communicates something different about how safe, comfortable, and connected she feels in your presence. While words can be misleading or restrained, the body rarely lies. Touch becomes a silent language, revealing truths that may never be spoken aloud. Scientists have studied the way humans interpret touch, and research shows that our nervous systems react instinctively to both the gesture and the intent behind it. A light touch on the arm, a gentle handhold, or the subtle way someone allows another near their neck or hair all register on a subconscious level. These responses are chemical, neurological, and deeply tied to emotional perception. The concept of emotional zones helps decode these signals. Neutral areas, like arms and shoulders, indicate basic comfort. Zones that are more intimate, like the hands or lower back, show growing trust and connection. The neck, face, and hair represent deeper emotional openness and vulnerability. How a woman responds to touch in these zones provides insight into her true feelings, whether she feels safe, respected, or drawn to you. Understanding these zones isn't about using touch as a tactic or manipulating someone's feelings. It's about observing, recognizing, and responding appropriately to nonverbal communication. By mapping the progression from neutral touch to areas of deep emotional trust, you can gain a clearer understanding of her comfort level, respect her boundaries, and foster genuine connection. In the next sections, we'll break down each zone step by step, explaining what every gesture really means and how subtle cues can signal profound trust and emotional intimacy. Arms and shoulders are considered neutral zones, areas where touch is generally safe and socially acceptable. When a woman allows contact here, it usually reflects basic comfort and openness, rather than deep emotional surrender. It's the first step in understanding how her body communicates trust. A simple touch on the shoulder or arm during conversation may seem casual, but it carries subtle signals. Is her body relaxed, or does she tense up? Does she lean in slightly or withdraw? These micro reactions provide insight into how comfortable she feels with your presence. Even in neutral areas, her nervous system is reading your confidence, energy, and sincerity. Allowing touch in these zones is often the first test of comfort. She's observing whether you respect her space, convey genuine intention, and respond to her cues appropriately. Misreading this stage can lead to confusion, but recognizing it helps set the foundation for deeper connection. Think of arms and shoulders as the gateway to emotional communication. If she responds positively here, it signals willingness to engage further, perhaps moving toward the hands, lower back, or more intimate zones. Every connection begins with this subtle, silent test of comfort and respect.
Hands and wrists are where touch begins to move beyond casual comfort into genuine connection. Unlike the arms and shoulders, Contact in these areas indicates a willingness to share a part of her personal space and start building emotional intimacy. When she allows you to hold her hand or lightly touch her wrist, she is giving subtle permission for a closer bond. The way she responds here is just as important as the touch itself. A relaxed hand, slight leaning in, or gentle reciprocation signals trust and openness. Conversely, hesitation or withdrawal may indicate the need for more reassurance or patience. Women's nervous systems are highly attuned to the energy and intention behind touch. It's not merely about physical contact, but the confidence, authenticity, and emotional state you convey in that moment. Wrist and hand touch is particularly significant because these areas are sensitive and exposed, both physically and psychologically. Allowing touch here reflects a deeper level of trust compared to neutral zones like shoulders. It's a subtle but clear signal that she feels safe and connected enough to engage with you on a more personal level. Understanding these cues sets the stage for the next levels of intimacy. From here, trust can grow toward areas like the waist, lower back, neck, face, and eventually hair, zones where emotional vulnerability becomes even more pronounced. By paying attention to her reactions at this stage, you can navigate the path to authentic connection with awareness and respect. The waist and lower back are more instinctive zones where touch begins to communicate a deeper level of trust. Unlike the arms or hands, these areas are less visible to conscious awareness, making a woman's response a subtle test of safety and emotional comfort. When she allows contact here, she is signaling that she feels secure in your presence and trusts your intentions. Touch in this zone is often unconscious and instinctive. She may lean slightly into your hand or allow your hand to rest gently on her lower back without thinking. These micro reactions indicate her nervous system recognizes you as safe and non threatening. It's a quiet, unspoken way of assessing whether she can allow more closeness without fear of discomfort or violation of personal boundaries. This level of touch is significant because it demonstrates both comfort and confidence in your connection. It's not necessarily about attraction, though it can enhance it. It's about showing that she trusts you enough to allow access to a space she instinctively protects. The lower back and waist act as early indicators of deeper emotional engagement. Observing her responses in this zone provides insight into the progression of intimacy. Positive reactions here often precede more vulnerable gestures, such as allowing touch near the neck, face, or hair. By respecting this stage and responding appropriately, you reinforce her sense of safety and foster authentic, meaningful connection.
The neck and face represent the most vulnerable and intimate zones of a woman's body. Touching here goes beyond casual contact. It signals a profound level of trust and emotional openness. Biologically, these areas are sensitive, exposing vital arteries, nerves, and identity markers. Allowing access here reflects not only comfort, but also a willingness to share emotional and psychological space with you. When a woman allows gentle touch to her neck or face, her reactions are subtle but highly informative. She may tilt her head, relax her shoulders, or close her eyes, unconscious cues indicating that she feels safe and emotionally secure. The face, representing identity, is especially revealing. Positive responses in this area show she is opening herself psychologically, offering a glimpse of her inner self and emotions. Neck and face touch is rarely casual. It communicates that she perceives you as trustworthy, attentive, and genuine. The nervous system reads not just the physical gesture, but also the intention behind it. Confidence, authenticity, and emotional presence all influence how touch is received. A hesitant or insincere approach will trigger discomfort, while a respectful, natural touch fosters connection. At this stage, intimacy is more than physical, it's emotional. The responses you observe indicate her readiness for deeper connection and possibly greater vulnerability. Mastering the understanding of these signals allows you to navigate interactions respectfully, ensuring that trust is strengthened rather than breached. Recognizing the sacred nature of these zones is key to interpreting female signals accurately. Touch here is a silent affirmation. She trusts you on a level few gestures can convey, and her body is quietly communicating her comfort, receptivity, and emotional openness. The hair is the most intimate and symbolic zone on a woman's body. It represents identity, femininity, and personal expression. When a woman allows someone to touch her hair, it is not just a physical gesture, it is a profound demonstration of trust, comfort, and emotional surrender. Unlike casual touches to neutral or semi-intimate areas, hair touch carries a deep instinctive meaning. A woman's hair is something she controls, often subconsciously using it to express mood, confidence, or flirtation. Allowing someone else to touch it signals that she feels completely safe with that person. Subtle cues such as leaning into your hand, tilting her head, closing her eyes, or smiling unconsciously indicate that her nervous system is registering not just comfort, but full emotional openness. This is a biological, chemical response. She is signaling trust at a level words cannot convey. Hair touch is only meaningful when it occurs naturally, after trust has been built step by step. It follows neutral zones like arms and shoulders, progresses through hands and wrists, and deepens with contact to the waist or lower back. By the time a woman allows touch to her hair, she has already assessed your authenticity, respect, and intentions. Any attempt to force this gesture undermines its significance and can break trust rather than build it. Understanding hair as a zone of ultimate surrender helps decode a woman's feelings accurately. Positive responses indicate safety, emotional connection, and receptivity. This insight allows men to navigate relationships with awareness, respect, and empathy, creating bonds that go beyond surface-level interaction. In short, hair is the final gateway. When a woman lets you touch it, she is offering a rare glimpse into her trust, her comfort, and her emotional openness. Recognizing this subtle, powerful signal is key to understanding authentic female responses to touch. Understanding the progression of touch is essential for interpreting female signals accurately. A woman's responses are not random, they follow a natural hierarchy from neutral gestures to profound emotional surrender. By recognizing this step-by-step map, you can better understand her comfort level, build trust, and create genuine connection. Step 1. Arms and shoulders. Neutral ground. This is the starting point. Touch here signals basic comfort. She is open to your presence, but not yet revealing deep emotional trust. Observing her reactions, relaxed posture, slight leaning in, or tension provides the first clues about her comfort. Step 2. Hands and wrists. Initial connection. The hands and wrists mark the beginning of emotional engagement. When she allows touch here, she is sharing control and opening a more personal space. Subtle cues like relaxed fingers, gentle reciprocation, or leaning in indicate growing trust. Step 3. Waist and lower back. Instinctive trust. Touch in these zones signals deeper comfort. These areas are less consciously observed, meaning her response is largely instinctive. Allowing contact here shows she perceives you as safe and reliable and is willing to progress toward more intimate zones. Step 4. Neck and face. Sacred territory. These are highly vulnerable areas. Touch here reflects deep emotional openness and psychological trust. Head tilts, eye closure, or relaxed expressions indicate that she feels secure and connected on a personal level. Step 5. Hair. The ultimate surrender. Hair represents the most intimate zone, symbolizing identity and femininity. When she allows touch, especially while leaning in or showing subconscious positive reactions, she is signaling full emotional trust. This gesture is rarely casual. It reflects the culmination of all previous trust-building steps. By following this progression, you can understand the subtle, silent language of touch. Each level builds on the previous one, creating a foundation of trust and authentic connection. Recognizing these zones helps you respond appropriately, respect her boundaries, and foster meaningful intimacy that goes beyond physical interaction. Many men misread or overlook the subtle signals a woman gives through touch. A casual gesture on the arm may be dismissed as unimportant, when in reality it signals comfort and openness. Conversely, a more intimate touch, such as allowing contact on the hands, waist, or hair, can be misunderstood as casual or playful rather than a genuine expression of trust. A common mistake is assuming all touches carry the same weight. For example, holding her hand is far more intimate than a touch on the shoulder, and access to her hair or face is a clear sign of vulnerability and emotional surrender. Misreading these cues can lead to missed opportunities for connection or even unintentionally crossing boundaries. Another frequent error is focusing solely on physical attraction while ignoring the emotional signals embedded in touch. The intention behind your gestures, your energy, and your presence all impact how she perceives touch. Women respond not only to the location of contact, but also to the authenticity, confidence, and respect that accompany it. Recognizing these nuances is key to understanding her feelings accurately. By observing reactions carefully, you can respond appropriately, respect her boundaries, and nurture trust. Misinterpretation is common, but with awareness, these signals become a clear guide to her comfort, openness, and emotional connection.